What's happening, gang? King Midget is out of the trailer and into the shop. Figure I'd give you guys a little better walk around than the initial walk around where I was grumpy. I got it out of my system, so it's all good. Oh, and I know the serial number for this thing is like right down there somewhere, or the VIN rather. And the VIN's a really small number. Where's it at? Oh, it's over on the other side. Let's get over here to the other side. Yeah, it's just 4 digits. Looks like it has an S and then 8482. So that's that. I suppose we can lay the seat down here so you guys can see. When I said that the whole cradle was remade, a good portion of the cradle was remade, not the entire thing. Like, for example, what's holding the rock shaft here, or the jack shaft rather, what's holding the jack shaft, that's pretty close, not exactly original, but pretty close. There was some fabrication that was done here, and you can see flexible brake line here, flexible brake line over here that are hard plumbed right there, and then looks like a nickel silver line, thank you, or a nickel copper line going to the drums. Of course, the parking cable, and we can get a pretty good look at the gearbox here. New seals. He said he tore it apart, cleaned it up, made sure everything was all right with it. So, and then we look down, we can see, get you guys down there, you see the black there, and then there's another one over here underneath the belt, the black one. The engine actually slides to tension the whole engine slides back and forth to tension the belt, and that is set right there. Then one wheel peel. I don't know if that's a new chain or not, but it is a new sprocket. The old sprocket is still on the other wheels. Then these brackets were made and mounted for putting the heavy-duty shocks on, the motorcycle shocks, and they are adjustable. Just use a spanner wrench down here and you can adjust your suspension accordingly. Took it around the block and it seemed to do okay. Stuttered and stammered a little bit in one spot, so that may work itself out as we go. So we're gonna, that pretty much takes care of the backside. The gas tank's pretty floppy. It's not real secure, so I'm gonna have to do some more bracing for the gas tank. We can go ahead and move this back. Oh, and we do have storage under here for anybody who's wondering. There is a tray that goes down here. I believe there's a tray that goes underneath here. Pretty sure. And I was told that my pan was rusty. The only rust that I see on it at all is right over here. Just right there. That's the only rust I really see on it. I don't see any over on the other side. So it's not rusty. Just has a little bit of rust on it. There's the channel that the throttle cable goes through, and of course the throttle cable. And come up to all this wiring here, all has to be redone. All of it, every single bit. This wire here, it just, I don't know, I don't understand. But anyway, we have low beams and high beams. but these are 6-volt bulbs, so I'll have to get 12-volt. Like I said, I'm going to go LED. And got the master cylinder. That boot's not staying up there. Of course, the brake pedal was made, and the bracket for the master cylinder was made. Everything was welded to this heavy gauge, like Schedule 80 pipe here for mounting the master cylinder. Then the original steering column is in all the way up to this piece here that comes up and bolts in 2 places. And then you have the steering knuckle right there. I think it's odd there's no support anywhere, but it doesn't seem to be loosey-goosey at all. Then Mustang 2 rack and pinion, and it was cut down, so you can see the marks here where they marked it, so you can cut it down, shorten it up a little bit. Excuse me. And that master cylinder has a little bit of a lean to it. I don't know if that shouldn't cause a problem. Then we've got our T here for splitting off the front brakes, and this goes to the back brakes, this goes to the front brakes. So we've got single pot calipers on both sides and rotors. The hubs were custom made to accommodate the mini light wheels, and I did see a weight on the wheels, so they are balanced. They must have been balanced before being shipped. This is our brake switch, so just have 2 wires going to that, and when it activates, it'll turn the brake lights on. Like I say, I'm going to have 2 brake lights on it instead of just the one that it had before. The shocks were redone of sorts. I'm not exactly sure what's going on inside that tube and what was redone, but my old spindles were sitting in a pile, so I do know that these are not my old spindles, so I can only assume that these spindles were custom made. Yeah, we can pretty much see what's going on there. So good bit of engineering going on to get all this stuff accomplished, no doubt. And let's see, I'm just looking for myself nice and close for the first time. I'm not sure what that's all about. I do not know why there's a ground wire attached to that, but there it is. I'll figure all that out as we go through the wiring. I've had a number of people say yes, they want to be involved in the wiring, and questions were asked, will I be using relays? Yes, I'll use relays. I will use a fuse bar and a couple of bus bars and relays. I'll relay the horns, relay the lights, and of course I'll need a mounting spot for the flasher, and it's got a flasher right there, and that's operated through that switch. And you see right here it has a wheel. See that wheel? Put the turn signal on. Okay, see, on. As you turn, it automatically disengages. Via that wheel. Isn't that neat? Those are pretty neat. I will be getting a, I call it a power window motor, no, windshield wiper motor put on it, so I'll have to make sure that I leave wiring available for that, and I'll go through the frame of the windshield to do that. Neat little trick on chasing wires through solid pipe. You drill your hole, take some dental floss, start that dental floss through, and just keep blowing and block off any other holes, and that dental floss will find its way through the other hole at the other end, so you can use it to tie your wires off and pull your wires through. And as we see here, yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? The entire rear wiring harness whacked off, but that's okay. Everything looks good. That was done. Everything looks robust. That was done. I don't anticipate having any issues. The way that it was done is a tried and true, something that's been done for a number of cars, so most of the research is taken care of as far as that goes. And I do have the new front bumper, and what I'm going to actually do with my new front bumper is I'm not going to run carriage bolts through the front. I'm going to weld studs to the back so that it'll just bolt directly to the bumper itself. So the bumper will have 2 welded studs on it. You can see this bumper here has been broken and re-welded on both sides, as a matter of fact. So the new bumper is modeled after these. I may pull the bumpers and see about getting them powder coated, chrome powder coated. We'll have to see how that works out, but still quite a bit to do, and that's what we're gonna concentrate on this winter, is getting the old King Midget mechanically ready with all the lights and all that stuff. And I don't know how far I will get with the body. I may be pushing it to the wire, and I may just have to reinstall the body and revisit getting the body painted at a later time. But I had people asking what the body color was going to be, and it is going to be Chevy engine orange, and it would be Duplicolor DE1607, but with a twist. The paint is going to have gold flake in it, and then the clear coat is going to be a pearl clear coat. And then I'm going to go a couple shades darker and run a stripe either down one side with a matching pinstripe. I'll either go down one side like this on around to the back, or I'll do one broad stripe right down the center of the hood. I haven't decided yet, but it will be painted. It'll be painted on before the clear coat is sprayed. So we've got all that to look forward to on this thing. And who we got here? Mama Sue let me know she's home. Perfect timing. Battery's about to die on the camera. I'm about done doing my talking, so I'm going to drag the trailer down there, and she's gracious enough to let me store the body panels down there for the time being, because space is a precious commodity out here in the shop, and I've been digging away making room so that I can put the car over on that side and have all the tractors over on this side. I think I've got it figured, and then a couple of the tractors are going to go out to the garage. So anyway, friendly neighborhood Zippo. I'm glad you guys got to see me, and I promise you, I'll see you when I see you. Later. I'm out of here. Well, I guess I forgot to start it. Nice little lope to it, doesn't it? See you when I see you.